No.
Don't forget the Americans.
What Americans?
Oh, Eric.
Salata? Salata? What's next? Cheese?
Καλημέρα σας, κορίτσια.
Hello, Mr. Shepard's taking out a party of Americans fishing.
Oh, the 3 Americans. I don't think they're going to have very good weather
Well, it's
today.
a lovely morning.
Yes, but it will change.
Oh, well, the forecast was very good.
Forecast. They don't have a nose for it. But a Cretan, Mrs. Shepard, he can smell a storm coming. Mr. Shepard will know.
Well, I'll ask him.
I don't think it'll be very much, but you know...
Oh, no, look, Nico, could you load up the truck with the drinks? We'll need 3 bottles of wine, 2 crates of beer. Oh, and don't forget the bottle opener this time.
I promise.
Yes, and a bottle of scotch.
1 bottle of scotch.
Well, good God, there's only 3 of them in the party.
They're Americans. When they were here last night, they were drinking it like water.
All right, we'll make it 2, just as long as they are rich Americans.
They are rich Americans.
Now, what next?
Ham, cheese.
Ham, cheese. Oh, and some fruit. We need some fruit. Can you get some oranges from the bar?
Nico, portokalia.
Μες στο ψυγείο. Καλημέρα, Παυλή.
Γεια σου, Νίκο.
Κανένα γράμμα?
Έχει για τον κύριο.
Ακόμα είναι εντάξει?
Γεια σου. Καλημέρα, Κατερίνα. Πού είναι ο κύριος Σέπερτ?
Είναι πάνω.
Πώς, κοιμάται ακόμα? Τι τυχερός άνθρωπος που είναι αυτός. Αντίο.
Addio.
Τίποτα για μένα.
You know what Curiosity did? It killed the cat.
But we don't have a cat.
You'll be late.
Oh, it's plenty of time.
You haven't had any breakfast yet? You want something?
Just some orange juice, son.
You should eat.
I'm hungry.
Thank you, Katrina. Would you put them in the basket, then you can do it up. Anything interesting?
There's bills and more bills.
You should pay them.
Oh, I have a choice.
Nico said he thinks the weather might change.
Yeah, well, he could be right.
So?
So, if it does break, I'll put in somewhere. The drinks are all loaded on the truck, and
Good.
if Mr. Shepard runs out of fuel, he can run the boat on alcohol.
Good idea. Your Americans are going to be all right for drinks. Derek? Derek?
No?
I said your Americans are going to be all right for drinks.
Oh, good. Right. Nico, you take the boat out today, all right?
3 Americans?
Yeah.
Sure.
But you said you were to go.
Well, Nico and me, what's the difference? Is that all right?
All right, Mr. Shepard.
Good, right, fine. Well, we've agreed the price. It's 3,500 all in. They want to be back by 6. And go steady with the starboard engine on the reverse. No, it's still
worry.
playing.
Last night you said you were looking forward to it.
Did I? Yes, well, thanks, Nico.
Put up Eric Shepard. Eric Shepard, you are charged that on or about the 3rd of April this year, and in the county of Essex, you did willfully murder Carol Ann Sadler. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Nico's on his way. I put in his seasick pills.
Good.
Eric, what's the matter?
I don't know.
Well, that letter, who's it from?
That's a good question.
It's not signed?
Well, not conventionally, anyway.
What does it say?
It says, Dear Mr. Shepherd, believe me when I say that I'm writing to you as a friend with your best interests at heart. Someone with your background and past experience will, I am sure, appreciate the need to safeguard your present position and protect your future.
Is that all?
No.
I have no doubt that it would be to our mutual advantage if we had a chat about this. And to that end, I shall be in the Shepherd's Bar tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. As I say, my one concern is your welfare, and I can predict with confidence that if you pass up this opportunity for a meeting, you'll most certainly have cause to regret it. Yours sincerely.
Signed a well-wisher.
Well, there's no date, no address.
Well, it was posted yesterday in Heraclion.
What does it mean?
Oh, presumably what it says. Apparently I have a friend with my welfare at heart.
An anonymous friend.
Yes, and somebody who knows about my, quote, background and past experience, unquote.
Some kind of stupid joke.
Is it?
Well, of course it is. I mean, what else? Blackmail? Blackmail?
It's a thought, isn't it?
Of course it can't be. Well, I mean, what would anybody want to blackmail you about? You've got nothing to hide.
Oh, haven't I? Do you remember? You know, young girl strangled in Essex Wood. Local man helping police with their inquiries.
Oh, Eric, that was 8 years ago. You were acquitted.
Yeah, somewhat grudgingly on behalf of the jury.
Yes, only because there was a lot of evidence that connected you with Carol Sadler. I mean, you've been seen with her often.
And poor kid. He was only 15. I taught her to sail.
She was in love with you.
Oh, perhaps in her way.
And you with her, in your way.
She filled a need.
The jury's verdict was not guilty.
Yes, I know. There was reasonable doubt.
Enough.
Yes, just enough to save my neck, but not enough for some of my dear friends back home. Eric Shepherd, child killer. Escaped the hangman.
Oh, Eric, don't. Don't. Eight years ago. Forget it. A dismissed murder charge. I mean, that's pretty stony ground for a blackmailer, isn't it?
I doubt whether anyone in A.S. Nicolaus knows about it. We haven't exactly shouted it from the rooftops, have we?
What do you mean, pay up or I tell?
Well, that could be the idea. Scandalized foreign community, outraged Cretans, a steady fall-off in takings.
We just have to close up.
And move on.
Would you mind?
Moving on, yes, very much.
No, people knowing, I meant.
Oh, I get used to it.
But it would hurt business.
Not necessarily, come to think of it. It would just, bring in a different clientele. Make it into a tourist attraction. You would probably make a fortune, you know. Just lose dignity and respect. Oh, nothing that we couldn't survive. Nothing we haven't already survived.
Don't. You're twisting what I meant. You know what
Yeah,
I
I'm
meant.
sorry. Yeah.
Well, if it is a blackmail attempt, whoever's trying it must be incredibly stupid. I mean, they're overplaying their hand.
Yeah, it's either that or...
Or?
Well, they think they're onto something else.
Is there anything else?
Oh, God knows. You blot out so many things you're ashamed of in 40-odd years.
Well, then if there is nothing else, take it to Michael Chryssakis.
No.
Why not?
Oh, it's like you said, I've got nothing to hide.
Well, then if you're not going to do anything about it, why send Nico off with the Americans? Why not just tear it up and throw it away? Why do anything about it at all?
Because I'm interested. I mean, that letter was from a well-wisher. A friend. Well, it's not polite to be out when a friend calls. One Coke?
Just one.
One Metaxa? One Coke.
Thanks.
What's this, celebration or hair of the dog?
What?
The brandy. You don't normally start this early in the morning.
Oh,
Well, it's supposed to be good for the nerves.
there's nothing wrong with my nerves.
Oh? Then why is your hand shaking? Look, baby, why don't you just try and relax, for crying out loud?
Will you stop trying to play mother?
I'm not trying to play mother.
Well, then shut up.
There's something wrong?
No, nothing.
He's just not his usual charming self this morning. Something he had for breakfast he hasn't been able to digest.
Oh, for God's sake!
And now he's gonna sulk.
Oh, good morning, Major.
Good morning.
Mrs. Woolley?
Mrs. Woolley.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Thank you. William.
Thank you. You have a pleasant walk this morning, Mrs. Woolley?
It's very close.
Yes, isn't it?
They're getting a bit low.
What?
I said the digestives are getting a bit low.
Who's that for?
The Major.
Oh, my, you are getting to know the customers. I should be able to retire soon.
Hola.
Καλημέρα. Ένα ρακί. I'll have a beer, please.
How are you this morning, Mrs. Woolley?
Unwell, thank you.
Good, and you, Major?
Never better.
Seems we might be in for some bad weather later.
Oh, really?
Θα βρέξει?
Ναι, θα έχουμε μεγάλη φουρτούνα.
Huh?
What's that mean?
He said there's going to be a big storm. Ευχαριστώ. Willie's in good form.
Chatty is it?
Took a sausage off a child. When the child began to cry, Charlie slushed him in the eye. Yes, Charlie did it. Yes, Charlie did it. The child will tell you so. Bravo, bravo. Yeah. 39695 and Nesta N. Good morning, sir. And how is the Major's lady this tipping time, eh? About turn. Hip fast, quick mouth, hip like, right turn. Ooh,
Man's a madman.
Good morning, Nesta.
Good morning.
Good night.
Oh, a very good night and a very good morning too, landlord. Most propitious. Good morning, dear lady.
Nestor Turton, you pinch my backside and so...
Well, that's unkind. That's most unkind. I mean, would I ever do such a thing?
Yeah?
Very well. If that's your attitude, I shall drink alone. A raki here, friend Eric. And a bottle of Domestica to take away. On second thoughts, 2 bottles of Domestica. Red. No, not the slate.
Oh, you must be joking, Nesta.
Oh, and you look lovely, a vision. Only the brush of a Botticelli could do justice to such beauty.
Won't work, Nestor.
No, not for a Iraqi and 2 bottles of domestic.
And what was the campfire sing-song about?
Merely the spontaneous reaction to the joy of living. Do not turn the joy into bitterness. On the slate.
Your slate is overflowing.
It'll be paid. Well, 1 bottle, then. Oh, Eric, I appeal to you. As a gentleman, as a man of the world, as a sailor. Well, my boat's coming in.
Get him a raki, for God's sake. Hey.
Though, of course, with 2 bottles, I wouldn't
forget
have to
about
bother.
it, mister. Forget it.
As kind as you are beautiful.
When?
When?
You said I might expect to be paid. When?
I told you my boat's coming in. Huh? I expect to come into money. Yes, I have prospects.
As you always.
Very good prospects. Offering a handsome remuneration.
Well, I'm delighted to hear it, Nurse.
My dear Eric, I'm on to a good thing. I have no doubt that today is the turning point of my financial affairs.
Sure you haven't been drinking?
Dear lady, please.
When?
I think I can confidently predict a quick return on this business venture of mine. Perhaps even later today. That being so, my first thought will be for those who have put their trust in me. I shall be round here in a flash and settle up.
I'll look forward to that.
But have no fear. In spite of my circumstances turning out much better than I thought, I shall still continue to patronize this establishment.
Oh, so long as we can afford it.
Oh, ye of little faith. Gratitude.
Oh, dirty old man.
I shouldn't run him off completely if I were you. He's about to come into money.
Oh, sure. Not that it would make any difference, rich or poor, he'd still be a dirty old man.
Edward, perhaps.
Perhaps? Perhaps what?
I don't know.
We will not discuss it, Miriam. Shh. We will not discuss it.
Very well, Edward.
Major's laying down the law this morning?
It's a husband's prerogative.
No, you're out of date. Times have changed.
Oh, I see. The king is dead, long live the queen.
No. More like equal partnership, mutual respect, mutual trust.
That's a great idea. Yeah, great idea.
There are some things I have to do.
Eric,
Yep.
give me a brandy.
Look, you too?
For Flip.
What's this, a peace offering?
Now, Eric, you know me better than that.
Yeah. Yes, that would be a little bit out of character, wouldn't it?
Look, if you're really that uptight about it, brother dear, you don't have to go through with it. Just back away.
Go to hell.
Look too good.
No. Closing in. It feels hot and sticky. I mean, Nico's right. We are going to have a storm.
That's probably why everyone's so edgy.
Are they? Or was it just us?
I thought we'd sorted all that out.
Well, then why not take this to Michael Chrysakis?
Well, because there might be more to it. Look, I'm going down to the bank. Is there anything you want?
No, thanks. What do you mean, more to it?
Never mind.
No, explain.
Well, the letter says they had my welfare at heart.
So?
Well, my welfare, it's my happiness, my well-being. I mean, you're a part of that, Anne.
You mean somebody might be trying to get me through you?
Oh, God knows. I mean, it's possible.
Oh, it's impossible.
Oh, look, we've been through my parcel of fine-tooth comb, come up with nothing.
Well, there's nothing in mine.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know there isn't, that's all.
Oh, I envy you.
Can you think of anything?
No. You know, what do I really know about you? You know, we met, and 6 months later we were married. What Anne Shernick was really like, what she did before I met her, I mean, that's still a closed book to me. Even after 10 years together.
You knew all there was to know. Anne Shernick has nothing to hide.
Oh, clean slate.
Boringly middle class and upright.
No mistakes, no sins.
Nothing worth anything to a blackmailer, anyway.
Oh. Someone's in for a bit of a disappointment at 4 o'clock then, aren't they? Hmm? You sure there's nothing I can get?
No.
Judy Huxley is officially dead. You are now Anne Chernick. You must think like Anne Chernick. You must act like Anne Chernick. You must be Anne Chernick at all times. It is important that you marry. We have someone in mind.
Why now?
They're setting up a job for you.
What is it?
Only don't tell me things like that. I only know it's important, and for the operation to be successful, they want you.
When?
I don't know. 2 months, 3 months, perhaps. This is just an advance warning, so you'll be ready.
Κάνεις μικρούλα.
Εντάξει.
Πού είναι ο κύριος Shepard?
Είναι μέσα.
Σου πήρε αυτό στο Ηράκλειο.
Τι είναι?
This is a gift for you to learn more English.
Thank you very much. I would like a boiled egg.
Yes. Now you'll be able to speak perfect English. Like me.
Hello, Michael.
Χαίρετε, Anne. Γεια
Oh,
σου,
hello,
Rick.
Michael.
Am I disturbing you?
No, not at all. Come on, sit down.
Would you like some coffee?
No, thank you.
Oh, well, if you'll excuse me.
Where are you going?
I'm just going to clear these away.
Oh.
I'm sorry I would have come earlier, but I was in Iraklin all morning, so only now did I get your message.
My message?
Yes, that you wish to see me.
I didn't send a message.
No, I did. I telephoned.
Why?
There was doubt. You had to be sure. I just thought it was the best ways. So, show him the letter.
Letter? What letter is that?
Oh, it's nothing. It's probably just a joke.
Well, one which Anne does not appear to have found particularly amusing.
No.
So, are you going to let me see it? You are bringing this to my attention officially as a police matter?
Well, it wasn't my idea.
But now?
All right, then, officially.
Well, this says very little. It contains no direct threat, merely a prediction that if you don't keep the appointment, you'll regret it.
Yeah, well, never mind about it.
No. That would be unwise.
Right.
The letter says little, but it could mean much. And I don't like blackmail. It disgusts me. Perhaps because we are all of us so vulnerable.
But even policemen, you mean?
Conscience is every man's cross, my friend. As shame is his crown of thorns. To claim a monopoly in either is presumptuous.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. It was a bloody silly remark. Well, what are we going to do about this, if anything?
Oh, yes, we'll do something. We wait and see. Whoever wrote this letter says they'll be in the bar at 4 o'clock. and socialite.
As a policeman?
Yes, but also as a friend.
But what if it really is blackmail?
Well, then the friend will do what he can to protect your interests. But if in doing that, the policeman finds that you, Eric Shepherd, have also been guilty of a crime, he will arrest you. You understand that, don't you?
Yeah.
So, if you keep this letter, it'll be as if I had never seen it. On that you have my word. Only if I keep it can I take action. It will be needed as evidence. It is for you to choose. Well?
I'm not all that keen on blackmail myself. You keep it.
Thank you.
Why are you thanking me?
Because there's already enough disillusionment in this world. And it's going to rain.
What's your name, gorgeous?
Katerina.
Katerina. It's a charming name. Perhaps we see you again tomorrow, eh?
Evaristo.
Evaristo, love.
Addio.
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 Hello.
Hi, I'll have him a taxi. What do you want?
Thanks. I'll have a Bacardi and Coke, please, Katrina, with plenty of ice.
Okay.
Katerina, we'll have him out there.
Apparently, we are going to have them out on the patio.
Hello, little one.
Hello.
Everything all right?
Yes, Kyria Shepherd, everything is warm.
I know everything's warm. Now, what you mean is everything is fine.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, fine means a nice day. It also means all right. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Good. Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is a surprise. We don't normally see you here at this time of day.
No, you don't. Miriam?
Who's that for?
The Mervishes. I haven't got the Coke.
That's all right. I'll attend to that. Would you take care of Major and Mrs. Wood again?
What would you like, Edward?
Oh, I don't want anything.
Then I think we must.
Why? I don't see the necessity. I mean, after all,
A pot of tea for two.
Where's Mrs. Shepherd?
She's in the water.
She's what?
In the shower.
Oh, God.
Many more of those, and you're going to be in great shape by 4 o'clock.
Katerina!
Eric, is that you?
Who are you expecting?
Katerina. She was going to bring me a cup of tea.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'll go make you one.
No, it's all right. I'll get one later. Oh, I feel better after a shower.
Yeah.
God, it's close, isn't it?
It'll break soon.
Hope Nico will be all right.
Oh, he'll be all right. He can handle bad weather.
Busy downstairs?
Like a tomb. But the Mervishes are in, and so are the Woolies.
Are you afraid, Edward? Evaristo?
afraid? Why should I be afraid?
Well, perhaps they were just thirsty.
Well, they've not done it before.
What?
The Woolleys have never been in the afternoon before.
No, not that I can remember.
Oh, I tell you, it's the first time.
Yes, and it's getting on for 4. Well, you read the letter. I mean, one thing's for certain, whoever wrote it's no stranger to English.
My God. It really has got to you, hasn't it?
And you're not worried, not one little bit.
Why should I be? No one's got anything on me.
How can you be that sure?
Like what, for instance?
Like 3 years ago, Chicago, the Ambassador Hotel. You had something really cozy going for you there.
You dirty-minded bastard.
Dirty-minded nothing. I walked in on that little setup, remember, honey? It was quite a ball you were having with those 2 kids.
Well, at least neither of them went to the city hospital. And I didn't have the DA on my back.
All right, all right. But just maybe, I'm not the only one who knows how you like to play house. This was addressed to both of us, remember?
Your background and your past experience. What the hell does that mean? I've done nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing.
No, Edward. Of course not.
Well, everyone knows I've lived up to my standards. I gave a lifetime of service to my country and to my regiment.
The regiment treated you badly.
What?
I said the regiment treated you badly.
Maybe.
Yes, Edward. That's the truth. You know it is.
Well, it has nothing to do with this.
How could it have? I was just saying that they treated you badly after all that trouble about the mess funds.
That was a pack of lies, anyway. And you know who was behind that, don't you? Henderson, with his slanderous innuendos. But he couldn't prove a thing, could he? Nothing that would have stood up at a court-martial. And he soon backed down when I threatened to sue, didn't he? Bloody third-rate little gutter snipe.
Yes, Edward. But they shouldn't have asked you to resign as mess treasurer.
I wouldn't have stayed on anyway.
And your lieutenant colonel, so you should have had that. You were due for promotion. It had been promised.
Bloody Warhouse death soldiers, that was. Anyway, enough of this, Mary. We've agreed we do not discuss this matter.
Very well, Edward. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want any tea. Katerina, give me a whiskey and soda, please.
Yes, Major.
They never proved anything.
Time is it?
20 to 4.
I suppose I better go and get dressed.
Any little fink thinks he can pressure me, I'll cripple the bastard.
Oh, just like you did before? Great.
Well, if it's you they're out to nail, at least we know how you will make the payments.
Why not? It might be fun.
Colonel and Mrs. Woolley.
Miriam,
Well, it would have been nice, wouldn't it, Edward?
the man was a liar.
I was just thinking...
Well, shut up!
Yeah, well, I gotta get another drink anyway.
window.
Kalispera, ladies and gentlemen. At last we have our storm, huh? I just received the message that Nico has put into the tier. Apparently all is well with him and his party. I thought you'd like to know that.
Oh, good. Well, thank you very much, Michael. I'm grateful to you. Would you like something?
Yes, coffee perhaps.
And please, would you?
Your clock is slow, my friend. It has gone 4. There has been no contact?
Well, no one's been in.
Well, perhaps your correspondent does not consider promptness to be one of the virtues, huh? Thank you, Anne. And of course, it's always possible that he might have changed his mind.
Forgive me, that terrible rain. Thank heavens it's eased off now, but on the way up here we really thought we were going to get washed off the road.
That's for sure.
It's just coming off the mountainside in torrents. Right there.
Fine.
You must be Mr. Shepherd. Mrs. Shepherd?
Yes.
How do you do?
Hello.
What an adorable little place you have here. Major Woolley. Now, don't tell me I'm wrong. You're just as I imagined you would be. Didn't I say, Bob, about the Major? Didn't I describe him to you?
You certainly did.
Wasn't I right?
On the button, as always. It's a gift, you know. Not many people have it.
Mrs. Woolley, I'm so glad you came along.
My pleasure.
Which leaves only Mr. Mirvish and Miss Mirvish. Ah, yes. Mr. Mirvish and Miss Mirvish, am I right? Hi. Good. How do you do? I do think you'll be better off sitting here.
Yes. Come and sit over here. I think you'll be interested here.
And you are?
Just put me down as a passing stranger.
All right. Fine. Well, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Sheila Fleming, and this is my associate, Bob Mashin.
Hello.
First, I'd like to say how glad I am to meet you all, and how grateful I am to you for giving me the opportunity of being here today and talking to you. Not that I'm surprised. Intelligent people like yourselves are only too well aware of the need in these difficult and uncertain days for security. And how does one spell security? M-O-N-E-Y. Yes, money. That's how we spell security, right, Bob?
Right. Money may be the root of all evil, but it's also the root of all security.
And that's where Hera Investments, which is one of the European subsidiaries of International Future Bonds of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA, has so much to offer the shrewd investor. Bob?
Look, just a minute. What the hell is all this? What are you doing?
International Future Bonds of Philadelphia, or IFB as we're called, offer you the opportunity of participating in our $500 or $1,000 10-year investment bonds, guaranteed.
Just like that. You walk in straight off the street and start your sales talk, is that?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Oh, no. Don't tell me. I mean, Bob, it couldn't be, could it?
No, I did everything as usual.
I'd be so... Didn't you get my letters? Well, of course you must have. Otherwise, why would you all be here?
This is from you.
Well, yes.
Your well-wisher.
Just for the initial approach to make it more interesting. I thought you'd find it fun.
Fun? You goddamn stupid bitch!
Now, look here, you...
Really?
You sent that letter!
Major, I've just explained to you
It was some kind of a trick! To get me here! To sell me insurance?
Investment bonds.
Insurance, investments, bond, what's the difference? How dare you? How dare you?
Major Woolley? That will be enough. Major, I suggest that you take Mrs. Woolley home. Safe, do you know that? It's just not safe.
Safeguard your present and protect your future. An investment. And you thought, oh my God. Oh, here, honey. You want to keep it for your scrapbook along with all the other funnies. You're hurting me, Flip.
Drop it. Yeah. Joke's over now, right? So, what say we go home too, sis? Listen, will you do me a big favor, honey?
What is it?
There. I've spelled it out for you.
What's the matter? Is everybody crazy around here or something? What did we do?
You don't know.
It's just a question of psychology.
Then why aren't you blowing your top?
Look, I honestly don't know. Maybe it's because some of the others got in first, but don't push your luck.
Bob, I think we better get the things to the car.
We're going on to Iropatrol.
Yes, we better move on.
I trust that you have the necessary permission to conduct your business here in Crete?
Certainly. We've been working on the mainland for over a year.
Selling only to foreigners?
Strictly. Americans, mostly. They're the ones with the money. Some English.
Well, always with the same approach.
The letter, you mean? No, that was something new we were trying out. It was sort of a teaser.
Yeah, well, I should forget it.
Where did you get the names of the foreigners here in Argyros Nikolaos from?
We advertised in the continental editions of the English newspapers for people who could put us in touch with likely prospects on a commission basis. We got a letter from somebody who lived here. What was his name, Bob?
Mr. Nestor Turton. Nestor Turton.
That's me. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late. Are you from Hera Investments?
Yes.
Oh, how did it go? Oh, the bloody rain. I dodged in and out a bit on the way here, but I'm still soaked. Look. I'll catch me death off if I don't get something warm in me.
Are you Mr. Turton?
That's right. I'm their agent, you know. I told you I was onto something good. Well, where is everybody? Have you got them all signed up for the bobble too, eh?
No, I'm afraid things didn't turn out too well, Mr. Turton. Thank you very much for your interest anyway. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Hey, you can't go, Leah. What about my money?
Mr. Turton, we only pay commission on sales, not on prospects. We made no sales here.
But I've got commitments.
I'm sorry. There just isn't the business here. Goodbye.
No, look.
I'm so sorry. Goodbye.
I know a lot of people in Heraklion. Here, hang on a minute.
Well, what can I say, Michael?
What you did was right. You are not to know. And you weren't the only one. Maybe there is some comfort for you in that. Hera Investments, not even the name of the wife of Zeus, is sacred to the big business.
Hera, the goddess of power and riches, oh my God.
And Hera had a sister. Did you know that?
I thought she had several.
Oh, yes, but one in particular. Her name was Nemesis.
Wasn't she the goddess of fate?
Oh, no. More than that. You see, Zeus gave Nemesis the task of reminding men from time to time that they're human. Kalispera, Eric. Eh? You stopped training. The storm is over.
Well, that's over. People can come out of hiding now.